Coco. It's here. Every Sonic character, main Sonic character, gets a combatant. But let's first explain the rules of what a main Sonic character is. So first off, are they playable? Instant in. Second off, are they from the main universe? Are they not from the main universe? That's an instant out. And then they have to have some story relevance, so sadly you don't get the gas pump from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog's best opponent. That power is too much for any man to know. So, now that I've explained it roughly, also I'm not including characters like Gerald Robotnik, who realistically a fight probably couldn't happen. Also BioLizard, because they couldn't find a good matchup. Okay, let's start with Sonic vs. Mega Man. Sonic's Legacy matchup 2, now with less legacy. But there are more connections instead. Like, the fact that they're both blue. Destroy robots. That's probably an stuff. It's pretty good. And definitely probably one of Sonic's more popular matchups. But let's move on to Tails. Oh, also I forgot to mention the matches. Tails versus Coco. Yeah, pretty easy. Smart animal sidekicks to the famous platformer that basically represents a company. Next, Knuckles versus 4. I always kind of like this one, even though it is a Ultra Stomp. Now, 4, so basically they're both a strong member of the group. They're not the smartest ones, but they're not utterly dumb. They have to do with gods, Angel Island, Asgard. They both come from the sky. Yeah, a lot of things, but it's fun. Amy versus CDD. This one is kind of just funny. Just Nintendo and Sega hammer wielders. And it's kind of just funny. But next, Metal Sonic versus Bass. Basically, the evil robots of Sonic and Mega Man. You know. Eggman versus Bowser. Obviously, that is the legacy fight that most needs to happen. That already happened. SPO versus Greninja. Ninjas that are amphibian planet stuff, you know, chameleon frog. It's okay, but SPO doesn't really have much. So yeah, Charmy versus Detective Pikachu. Cute little animal detectives. They are and both come from games. Yeah, cute. Vector versus Waluigi. You may say, well, what about Vector versus... Well, just wait. Now, they're both lanky side characters that can move. They can dance. Yeah. Pretty basic, and also they both get out of range. Mighty versus Oswald. This is a pretty popular one, and makes sense. I'm not going to go through all the connections. It's pretty basic. Basically, TLDR, they are lesser known characters to the main characters that would have been the main characters, but instead were passed out for the main characters and came back because of games. Ray versus Gremlin Death. Interesting. Basically Mighty vs. Oswald again, but with less good. Chaos vs. Zygarde. Pretty simple. Godly beings with multiple forms. Perfect Chaos versus freaking Zygarde 100 would be freaking epic. Yeah. You might say, what about Zygarde versus Kyoko? Well, I personally don't like that matchup. The connections are good, yeah. But I've never really seen potential for animation, but maybe that's just me. Now, Big versus Biggie Cheese. Obviously, it needed to happen. Obviously, epic, 10 out of 10. The universe is destroyed by the end. There's nothing left. Okay, yeah, bye. Now, Gamma versus Bastion. Pretty cool idea. Really like it. Two robots that decided to go against evil and be nice, and also are friends with birds. Who doesn't know that? Shadow versus LeBron James. Really hilarious. For just the Shadow. Ever look up Shadow basketball somewhere? See if you can find the video. It is utterly hilarious. There are some more connections, but all you really need to know is Shadow has a funny McDonald's basketball commercial, and that is hilarious. Rouge versus Sly Cooper. Yeah, I couldn't really think of anything for Rouge, so yeah, somebody just suggested this. So yeah, it's okay, I guess. They both steal. It's pretty okay. Cream versus Fluttershy. Pretty good. It could be cool. Also, I'm pretty sure it's a Cream win, but I haven't watched My Little Pony in like ever, pretty much. So yeah. Omega versus Protoman. This one's pretty popular. The last versus the first. Other connections like going against the program. You know, it's fun. Could be cool. Yeah. Black Doom versus Mew. Yeah, I decided to go with a joke one on here. So Mew, it's just Shadow versus Mewtwo, but now it's the people who gave their DNA. It's funny, and they could definitely have a pretty interesting battle, realistically. Nephalese versus Dementia. I don't really know the connection now. Like, they're pretty much got like it could be cool. Yeah. Silver versus Trunks, pretty much the only Dragon Ball versus Sonic matchup that I actually have any care for. But it can be cool as long as they don't freaking. Yeah. Hopefully, Silver can do some cool stuff. Blaze versus Rivet. Now, I've never played the Ratchet and Clank, I think it's called. I don't know. But using connections of other universe, your basic stuff. Could be pretty fun. I don't know Rivet, so can't really do anything there. Chip versus Ribbon from Kirby. Little small creatures that help the character fight pretty much personas of evil, and are actually pretty powerful. Yeah. So yeah, cool. Dark Gaia versus Zork Necrophiliac. Pretty whatever his name is from Yu-Gi-Oh. But pretty cool matchup. I am pretty sure though that a freaking Dark Gaia gets stomped to freaking hell and back. But next, Wisp Royale. This needs to freaking happen. I need to know, does Void Wisp win, or I need to know, does Drill Wisp beat Laser Wisp? I need Zavok versus Chunks. Yeah, not really much connections, but it's just a fun matchup. Probably better as a DBX, but like, hey, what am I gonna do? Have Zavok fight Beast, which has connections, but like, no one would let me. Infinite versus Skull Kid. It's okay. Infinite doesn't have that much. He's definitely not anywhere near my top Sonic characters. Yeah. So it could be pretty epic with the whole changing of reality these both can do. But let me give you a bonus matchup. Yeah, bonus matchup. It's we are on for Goomba versus Motobug. Pretty epic, especially if you use like an army of Goombas versus an army of Motobugs, and like King Goomba versus a Motobug that had the Phantom Ruby could just be utterly, could be epic, so yeah, so that was every matchup. Well, see ya later, I guess. And, well, bye.